President Trump announced major combat operations against Iran could potentially last days. You heard that there from Selena. And the president also acknowledged they may be American casualties. Joining us now is U.S. Representative Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts. Congressman, thank you so much for taking time to join us on this busy breaking news night. I know that you led a platoon in the Iraq War. A short time ago, we heard from Iranian state media confirming that the supreme leader was in fact dead. And, I spoke to the president earlier. He told me that he had a beautiful plan, but he did not reveal what exactly comes next for Iran. What do you believe is the future of Iran now?
Well, I hope it's a bright future, but we don't know. And it would be helpful to have a plan. I think, you think back to the Iraq War here and all the mistakes that were made, but there were two foundational mistakes in the Iraq War. Number one, it was based on a lie about nuclear weapons. And number two, there was no plan for what comes next, the day after. Well, we obviously have a lie about Iran's nuclear program because the president said it was obliterated, and clearly that is not true. And number two, again, we don't have a plan for the day after. So let me be clear. I think it's great that the Ayatollah is dead. I want to see regime change in Iran. But we don't know what regime is going to come next. We don't know if it's going to be a more hardline regime. And we obviously don't know if American troops are going to be lost. And at the end of the day, we live in a constitutional democracy where the president is required to come to Congress to weigh in on whether we risk American lives for any objective. That still needs to happen.
Yeah, that was one of my big questions, Congressman, when I woke up this morning and I saw this news. Was the Gang of Eight, the top Democrats and Republicans over on Capitol Hill, notified? Were members on top committees notified? We were told that they did receive some sort of notification, but of course, there's a difference with being notified and also from Congress authorizing any potential military action. So there's some talk about a war powers resolution possibly coming to the floor on Capitol Hill this week. Do you see any Republicans breaking ranks to support that?
Well, first of all, it is a bipartisan resolution. So you already have Republicans proposing the resolution saying we should actually believe in the Constitution and vote on whether or not we go to war. I think you would have seen a number of Republicans vote against going to war in Iran just a week ago. Now, the question is, how will things be going a few days from now? I think if things still are going well, and we've been very fortunate to not have any U.S. casualties, then you will not see Republicans break ranks and vote against this. But on the other hand, we don't know when things could turn south. And at the end of the day, again, we have to have a plan for the day after. We have to have a plan for what comes next. And we still haven't heard that from President Trump.
One of the things that was notable about what the president said, a president that campaigned on keeping America out of foreign conflict, was this acknowledgement that there could be American casualties. What was your reaction when you heard the president say that in that video?
Well, of course. Of course there could be American casualties. He was extraordinarily lucky in Venezuela that there were not. And when you listen to that Medal of Honor citation at the State of the Union address to a true American hero, it also just pointed out how close we came to losing one helicopter with 40 Americans on it. And would we have said that it was worth getting this one criminal, Maduro, at the expense of 40 American lives? I don't think so. So the point is, these operations are very risky. And that's part of why the Constitution says that the people's representatives in Congress should weigh in on that risk. And we are a long way from seeing this over. The president and his administration has said this war will go on for days. So we still don't know what comes next. And we don't know what comes next, not only for American troops and American casualties, but for what happens on the ground in Iran.
Well, Congressman Seth Moulton, we so appreciate your time on this very busy weekend. I'll see you back on Capitol Hill in just a few days. Thank you so much.